Hi everyone. Okay, so again, welcome to my podcast. Well, I am recording the video because today is a skincare video of sorts. So I usually start at like before I used to start my podcast when people were already watching, but I'll start since it's recorded anyway. People will be watching. So once again, welcome to my podcast. So this is where I talk about the boring stuff, the exciting stuff, the mundane stuff, maybe some of the weird stuff. So basically anything. I'll talk about anything as long as I'm in the mood. Also, yes, there I have a nose pack in my nose. I don't care. So since we're gonna be talking about skincare anyway, so I still have a pore strip. So technique sa pore strip. So since we're gonna be talking about skincare, so you're wondering why does it look like yung sa SpongeBob, si starfish man ba yun? But anyway, basta yung may star sa ilong. So one technique that you can have, so I'm pretty jumping this a topic, but one technique that you have if you have pag sa pore strips lalo sa nose is that use two, kasi sometimes sa pore strips hanggang dito lang, so try to use two so that this part could also be covered, yung sa taas, hindi lang yung dito sa baba. But anyway, I'm gonna strip it. Ow, 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 ow. Yes, so we're going to be talking about mostly skincare, which is a lot of people have been, ooh, okay. Sorry, I got distracted. Hello, hi Melvin. Sorry, I got distracted. Ako lang ba yung pag nagpo-pore strips, tapos yung siguro mga 5 minutes kung titignan yung pore strip kasi sobrang fascinated ako sa dami nung whiteheads at blackheads na makikita mo sa kanya. Ako lang ba yun? Could be. Let me know if ganun rin kayo. Yung mga parang, yung parang disappointed ka pag walang nakuhang whiteheads or blackheads. I'm usually the type of person that's probably like nandidiri ako because of the whiteheads, but at the same time I'm so fascinated that there are whiteheads. So thank you, Melvin, for watching. But anyway, so yes, so skincare is the topic for today. Probably a little bit boring for some, but a lot of people have been asking me to do a skincare one kasi, well, I have a very interesting girl, you're not alone. Yes, I'm so glad that I'm not the only person that looks at a pore strip for 5 whole minutes just looking at the whiteheads and blackheads that it harvests. But anyway, sakit ng ilong. But anyway, so again, skincare. So today is all about skincare because again, I have a pretty right now it's very fascinating for me because since I'm growing old, I'm lessening my makeup and mostly focusing on skincare kasi it's something that I learned really late, and at the same time kasi I have a very interesting skin condition, and because of that I'm very particular with the skincare products that I use on my face. So if you guys are also if you guys also have problems with your skin, if you have very sensitive skin, or you've been battling dermatitis for some time, which is the condition that I have, which I'll talk about later, it will probably it'll be a good idea for you to listen in kasi I'll talk about like how my dermatitis started, and then what are the products that I'm using, saka the trial and error when it comes to products that I did during like the mga I think it started happening mga mid-20s, early 20s ko. So it's a lot of trial and error when it comes to products. So I'll tell you guys more about that later on, and then I will also probably walk you through on some of the products that I'm already using that are very sensitive skin friendly, especially if you have dermatitis or or if some of you guys have eczema, it's also something that you can use on your face. But anyway, I just realized that my hair is so long. My hair hasn't, I haven't had my hair cut for like a super long time. So anyways, I'm just gonna use the headband that I bought from Shopee. This is like 50 pesos. I'll probably link. Some of you guys are like, where did you get that headband? It's like, it's Shopee. God bless Shopee for having cheap products that deliver really quickly. So, 99 na naman. So, Shopee, fuck me up. I'm ready. Handa na yung cart ko. My cart has like sobrang daming items. So, technique sa mga, so while I'm trying to figure out how I wore this yesterday. So, technique lang if you're, kasi yes, technique when it comes to shopping. Technique lang sa mga monthly 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11. Yung mga monthly deals ng Lazada, ng Shopee, ganun. The thing about that is that you stock up on your cart. Kasi some people, kasi I think, just shop on the day itself and look for items that are on sale. No, you put items on your cart, you stock up on your cart, and then the moment that the sale comes in, bantayan nyo kung ano yung bumagsak yung presyo, that's what you buy. Para hindi na kayo magsasayang ng time to find out what are the ones. Did I get this right? Kahapon parang naayos ko siya. But anyway, teka, parang ang pangit nung nakalabas yung side na baliktad. Anyway, hang on. Okay, got that. Yan, finally. Alright, so, anyway, skincare, so which is what we're gonna be talking about tonight. So, as you guys know, if you guys met me during my 20s, I wore makeup a lot. Some people who met me in my 30s are like, what? You never wore makeup? Yes, I did. I wore makeup a lot. And some people, kasi the people who met me in my 30s met a different Viva Villalon. But anyway, so when I was in my 20s, I wore makeup a lot, simply to hide the fact that my skin was super bad. Growing up kasi, I always thought that I had acne or I had pimples. Kasi alam mo yung maliliit na pimples. So, char. Melvin. Natawa ako sa mga comments ni Melvin. But yes, growing up kasi, I saw how my family, I met siyang biba na. Hi, Cristel. Sorry, nade-distract ako. But anyway, so, growing up, my skin I was acne prone. My entire family was acne prone, actually. So, growing up, syempre, when you're growing up, you just probably use the ones that are advertised, like yung mga clean and clear na astringent, yung mga Maxi Peel. I think nauso pa siya. Yes, I'm that old. So, I used just random things on my face, and then hit and miss siya mostly. Dati, kasi usually, di ba if you're a teenager, ito, syempre iba na yung skin philosophy ngayon ng mga bata ngayon. Kasi of course, you know, with Korean skincare and the internet, you know, they are a lot more educated when it comes to taking care of their skin. But when we were young, kasi may mga tao dito kasi tanda ako, don't lie. So when during the 90s, usually kasi you just diba, parang nauso din yung mga toner na kasi syempre pag teenager ka, as oily. I'm not sure kung bagets o Tita Viva na na-meet ko. Hi Jessica. Na siya, bagets pa yon kasi nagkita tayo sa Sutherland eh. So I was still young-ish back then. Nagbe-makeup pa ako nun. But anyway, so, di ba pag bata ka, usually pag oily yung skin mo, gusto mo yung mga toners that really mattify or dry or like really take out the oil from your skin. So, yun yung trip ko dati when I was young. When I was I really loved soaps that would take out the oiliness from my skin. I know, right? If you guys, like, thinking about it now, it's like, what the fuck, what the fuck was I doing when I was a teenager? Tapos, when, so, you know, it never erased the pimples in my face. My face was always red. Fast forward when I was in, like, in my 20s, I used to hide my God, I used to hide my acne in yung foundation, like makeup, etc. Kasi of course, diba, there are mattifying foundations, there are mattifying powders, etc. So I used to hide like my acne, the redness under makeup. So yun. And then of course, skincare. What is skincare? Dati, when I was in my 20s after partying, like paglasing ka na, dudlaw, pakitulog ako. Tulog ako may makeup. Sa inyo lahat. Like, I'd wake up na, oh my God, yung eyeliner ko magiging winged eyeliner na. Kasi syempre na, ano na siya. Oh my God. I'm so sorry, skin. I was such a bad person when I was in my 20s. But anyway, so, there came a time na, so, I think one of the turning points in my life that made me take care of my skin was when we went to Calaguas. So, we went on a vacation in Calaguas. And in Calaguas kasi, the sun is very, very hot. As in, ano siya Calaguas is in Bicol, I think. Tama ba? I'm geographically dumb. But, punta kami sa Calaguas. And in Calaguas kasi, syempre, the sun is super hot. I think I didn't use proper sunscreen. So, nung umuwi kami ng Manila, like, literally, may rashes ako. Ayun, Camarines. Thank you, Cristel, Jessica. Parang wala naman nagbago. Still gorge, na miss kitang makitang nagsasalita, Triple V. Thank you, Jessica. I miss you too. So, si Cristel says, yes, Calaguas is in Camarines. So, thank you. Thank you for getting it right. But anyway, so, when we were coming back to Manila, my face was super, super hot. As in, sobrang init niya. And then, ang dami niyang maliliit na, as in, hindi siya pimple pero mukha siyang pimple na may nana sa loob. Like, literally, sobrang sama ng skin ko. So, it came, like, buong face up until my neck. As in, yung buong face ko. Like, I literally cried because I was panicking. Kasi nga, it was bad. Like, I thought, like, masira na yung mukha ko. And then, when I went to the hospital, so after the trip talaga, sobrang nagpanic ako. I went to St. Luke's, spoke to a derma. Like, nung pumunta ako sa ER, the doctors in ER didn't know what to do with my face. Kasi talagang, imagine niyo pimples, pero yung pimples is sobrang liit, pero may pus na sa loob. So, buong face. Like, mata ko lang, eyelids ko lang, and lips ko lang yung wala. Pero buong face meron. So, I rushed to the ER kasi parang I was also feeling very warm din. Parang may sinat din ako. So, I went to the ER and the ER says like, we haven't really encountered this kind of thing before. So, I was like super panicking na. I actually called my best friend crying. Kasi I was like, what the fuck? But anyway, so in the ER, so they referred me to a derma. And the derma goes like, well, you have photoallergic dermatitis. So, what she said was like, you applied something to your skin, and that thing plus the sun caused your skin to go into this really irritated allergic reaction that you're experiencing right now. So, sobrang tender ng skin ko noon. So, parang di ako pumapasok for several days. Kasi mga 2 or 3 days. Kasi I had to wait for it. As in, I couldn't touch my face. I could only use saline solution to clean my face. Ganun siya ka-sensitive. And then after that, she asked me, parang she diagnosed, parang she had me use, I think, Avène or some products done. But anyway, so long story short, so after that, I think it triggered something really, really bad in my skin. So ngayon, I am hypersensitive. I can't use normal products on my face. Because if I apply them on my face, mamumula lang yung face ko. Pero pag naarawan ako, magkakaroon ako ng allergic reaction. So, I have fragrance allergies, I have alcohol allergies, I have sulfate allergies, and I also am allergic to the sun. So, ganun kasama yung skin ko. So, wow. Okay, diba? So, parang, what the hell? And the really tragic thing was like, the doctor was like, you've always had dermatitis. You've always had this skin condition. It's just that you never really treated it as early. When you were a teenager, you always thought that it was acne. Kaya, you know, the things that I've been using on my face, lalong nagpalala sa kanya. So anyway, so basically, yes. So what happened was that my skin condition is called contact dermatitis. So it's a red, itchy, stinging rash that occurs when your skin comes into contact with substances. So ingredients, substances, ganyan, that irritate the skin or cause an allergic reaction. So once once you have that allergic reaction, magkakaroon ka ng blisters. Kaya pala when I was in college, palaging namumula yung skin ko. It's because dun ko lang na-realize when I was speaking with the derma na siya yung like my entire teenage years I had allergies on my face and I always thought it was just pimples. Like, it's super bad. Now, one thing about yung klase ng dermatitis ko is that it happens around my eyes, and then around my mouth. So, pero yung around the eyes, it's very rare, pero yung around the mouth, kaya nga dati, parang palagi akong may pimples dito sa chin. It's not actually pimples, it's actually dermatitis. So I have dermatitis. It's not just my face actually, it's my whole body. Pero, mas super sensitive sa face. And then, around my mouth, it's called perioral, kasi it's the most common area where I get my rashes. I have something called perioral dermatitis, which is according to AOC.org or sorry, wait. Am I looking at this from AOC.org. Perioral dermatitis is a facial rash that tends to occur, so perioral. So it's a facial rash that tends to occur around the mouth. Most often it is red, slightly scaly, or bumpy. So if you've ever had, or if you've ever noticed that most of your pimples occur around your mouth, or there is always something itchy around your mouth, or parang nagfi-flake yung skin nyo, or parang palagi kayong may pimples, like as you can see, that's like leftovers ng perioral dermatitis ko. So so it's usually sometimes very itchy, or parang pag malala na siya, may parang burning sensation na. So usually around the mouth siya, pero it might spread up to your nose. So that's what happens to me. So pag sobrang lala na siya dito, aakyat na siya around my nose. And even around the eyes. So, alam ko na sobrang sama na ng dermatitis ko. Pag umaakyat na siya, from around my mouth, it goes up to my nose, and then around my eyes. Okay? So, it is rare. Actually, this condition is rare in men and children, and is more commonly found in women because, like, what the hell, right? So, mas common siya among women kaysa sa men. So, that's my skin. So, it's really super bad. Ngayon, on top of that, so sinabi ko sa inyo nga, diba, na-trigger lahat nung pumunta ako sa Calaguas. So, nangyari kasi, every time I put something on my face, and if that something has an ingredient na allergic ako, tas pag nilagay ko siya, tas naarawan ako, specifically yung rays ng sun between 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., I get photo allergy or sun allergy. So, super sama niya. Na-trigger siya ng substances that I put on my face. And, some of those, as I told you guys, so, if these skincare products or if these facial products have fragrances, if they have disinfectants, or chemicals, wala na. Boom, my skin is like super bad now. So there was a time na natatawa sila sa akin kasi parang may team building kami or may mid-year party kami sa company. I can't go out in the sun. Like, literal na nandun lang ako sa isang shady area. Kasi yun nga, I have that weird condition. So, people are like, baka maarte ka lang, baka ayaw mo lang naarawan. I was like, no, do you want me to, like, die? So, yun, I have a skin allergy, which is very ironic. Kasi putang ina, diba, nasa Pilipinas tayo. So, mataas ang araw every day. So, diba, fuck. But, yes, so, I'll talk to you guys more on how I got over that hurdle. But right now, what I'm doing is that I am very careful with the products that I use in my face. I use very little to zero makeup na. Just, some people are like asking me, parang, why don't you put makeup in your live stream? I'm like, okay, it's fine. Everybody knows what I look like. I look ugly. I'm like, and yun nga, kasi I don't, as much as possible, I don't put makeup in my face anymore. So anyway, so today, I'm probably gonna talk about my skincare routine, and I'm also going to talk about the things that you could do if you have super hyper sensitive skin, things that you could use, probably do, so that, you know, it can help your skin get that relief. Okay? Disclaimer, I am not a skincare expert, so everything that I will tell you guys is something that I've learned the hard way from a lot of trial and error from my own personal experiences. So everything is based on my experiences. Mas okay yan, lakas maka Alicia Keys. Yeah, I really admire how Alicia Keys is like espousing this philosophy na, you know, don't put on makeup, ganyan. So parang, and she looks really beautiful. I'm like, kung ganun ako kaganda, heck, hindi talaga ako mag-makeup, no, fuck you all. But anyway, so again, so disclaimer is these are products, everything that I'm gonna tell you is based on my personal experiences. Of course, it would still be very good if you guys just go to a dermatologist and seek professional opinion, because of course all our skin is different. Each of our skin is different from one another, and what triggers one person to have an allergy could be completely different to another person. So go to a dermatologist if you want expert advice. Please do not treat what I'm gonna say as expert advice. Sorry, I ate pizza, so parang ginugurd ako. But anyway, so this is not expert advice. I'm basically just going to recount like how everything that I've experienced so far in my skincare journey. Okay. So yeah. Wait. Right, so I'll probably also be doing my skincare during this entire time. Kasi again, ang hilig ko na kakaglabas ko lang maligo when I do this streams. But anyway, so I'll probably also be doing my skincare. Well, telling you guys about my skincare routine. So anyway, the number one, well, I'm gonna start it off by the most important thing that you have to learn is that your skin is different from another person's skin. So our skin is never really uniform. So one person's skin, parang kung ano yung skin ng parents mo or kung ano yung skin mo is usually very different. No person's skin is ever alike. Simply because, well, genetic factors, environment factors, stress factors, also what are the things that you eat, what are the chemicals that you're exposed to on a daily basis. So every person's skin is different. So that's the reason why you have to be super careful when it comes to taking advice from others. Again, again, what I'm going to be telling you guys is not advice, but it's just probably something to give you an idea on how you can probably also tackle your own skin problems if you're also hyperallergic. So again, so my skin is most likely very different from you guys because my diet is different, my genetic makeup is different, my my stress levels are different. My stress levels are very high. If you're a recruiter, your stress levels are fucking off the roof, and that's a fact. But anyway, yes, so my stress levels are different, and sabi ko na bang diet? Yeah, my diet is different. So so you will have to make your own personal decisions on what skincare would be best for you guys. But again, so I can just give you an idea on what you can do for yourselves. Okay? So the first thing that I usually do when it comes to using products. By the way, the first product that I'm using, so I'm just gonna give you guys the first product that I to start off the skincare regimen. So I usually wash my face with Human Nature Balancing Facial Wash. It actually has no special things to it. The good thing about it is that it has zero fragrances. It has zero fragrance, zero alcohol, zero sulfates, zero chemicals. So if you guys have sensitive skin, you might want to try this out kasi it's basically its ingredients are very simple. So it's not very fancy, so it's good. So wala siya yung mga acids din. If you're hyperallergic, usually you have to stay clear away from mga salicylic acid, glycolic acid, ganun, kasi that's gonna be painful for your face. But this is what I use. Another option that you can have is that, if you can find it, is yung Centella cleansing powder ng COSRX. By the way, is it COSRX? Is it COSRX? Does anyone know? Anyone know how it's pronounced? But I pronounce it COSRX. So anyway, so if you can buy, what I use to wash my face is Human Nature na balancing facial wash. LME facial wash. You can also, the other thing that I also use is yung Centella cleansing powder. So that balancing facial wash has I'm looking at its ingredients. Gluconolactone. That could help your skin because it's anti-aging. Okay? So that's what I wash my face in. And I usually tone using Garnier's Micellar cleansing water for sensitive skin. Use the pink one. Do not use the blue one. This one has no alcohol. All the others have alcohol. Kasi what you have to understand is that products don't usually claim, or products don't usually work how they claim. Kasi people are like, micellar cleansing water, that's perfect for anyone. No, may mga micellar water na may alcohol. So if ever you're going to use micellar water, use this one kasi it has the pink one. Just look for the pink one kasi it's the one that doesn't have alcohol. So you're probably wondering, okay, pero how do you know about these products? So what I've learned is that I had to research. Every time that I use the product, I had to check its ingredients. Kasi what I've learned, and this is a very hard lesson that you'll probably also learn, or some of you probably already know, is that not all organic products are created equally. Not all expensive skincare products are created equally. Not all popular skincare products are created equally. So just because it says organic on the label, organic na talaga siya. Not just because it's super expensive, like Drunk Elephant, Tatcha, or ano pa ba yung mga uso ngayon? Mga, ano yan? Saturday Skin, yung mga ganong brands. Just because ganong brand siya, it doesn't mean na it's already good for the skin. And if it's popular, like for example, like yung mga popular na brands, like yung Dear Claire's, yung mga soaker na brands na, like, ano ba yung mga uso ngayon? Vanilla Co, ano pa ba? Labena, ano pa, yung mga brands sa Althea at sa Beauty Manila. So just because it's popular, just because it's cheap, just because it says organic, just because it's expensive and celebrities are promoting it, it doesn't mean that it's good for your skin. So one thing that I've learned, if you have sensitive skin, you check the ingredients. Like, you super check the ingredients. Like, I'm begging you, always check the ingredients before you put anything on your face. Okay? And one of the and so you're like, okay, so but how do I check the products in these. And how do I know? Kasi syempre, the thing about ingredients right now is ma-jargon sila. So how do I know that the ingredients are actually good for my skin? So what I usually do is that I go to a website. It's called skincharisma.com. So there are actually a lot of other websites that are like this, but the one that I really use kasi it's easy to use is Skin Charisma. So what it does is that it actually analyzes the ingredients of products for you. And you also have the capability to enter the products that you're allergic with, so that it can keep an eye out on those products. Also, same with the products that are good for your skin, so you can keep an eye out on products. So every time that there is a product that I want to try out, i-google ko siya, I'm gonna find the ingredients list, and then I'm gonna enter it dun sa cosmetic analyzer ng Skin Charisma so that I would know if it's good for me or not. Okay? So number one rule, don't be swayed by popular products, by organic products, or by expensive products. Number two, check your ingredients. As in, always check the ingredients of the items that you want to use. Bago mo siya gamitin, like, check the ingredients. Reviews are okay if you want to check reviews, pero sa akin kasi reviews don't usually work for me. Reviews are a plus, pero I don't really put faith on the reviews of other people because, again, our skin is different. So, what works for them probably might not work for me depending on the ingredients. So, yes. So, Skin Charisma, don't worry about the websites that I'm gonna say, and the things and the products that I'm gonna talk about. I'll probably put a list or create a list and then put it on either the YouTube, dun sa description, dun sa YouTube video once I upload it, or dun sa Facebook description once I'm done with this stream. But anyway, so yes, so always make sure to check the products. Since you're gonna check out the product, check the ingredients. Since you're gonna be checking the ingredients, it's also a good idea to know what ingredients you're allergic to. Okay, so just to give you an idea kung gaano ka sama yung balat ko, these are the ingredients that I'm allergic to. Okay, so I'm allergic to certain colors, to certain chemical colors in skin, in either makeup or skincare, which is yellow 5 lake and blue 1. Parang Power Rangers lang, diba? Yellow 5, blue 1. What the fuck? So I'm allergic to those kinds of dyes. So may mga lipstick na hindi ko pwedeng gamitin, may mga foundation na hindi ko pwedeng gamitin, may mga eyeshadow na hindi ko pwedeng gamitin kasi they have these dyes. Same thing with lip balms, anything na may color. Basta may color na yan, may dye na yun, I can't use them. I cannot use preservatives like I cannot use products with preservatives like formaldehyde, this is so complicated, methyl dibromoglutarone, yeah, propylene glycol, yung mga glycols, I can't use that, propylene glycol, etc. I cannot use items na may urea. I cannot use items na may camphor, yung acids like lactic acid, sorbic acid, benzoic acid, ganyan. Can't use them. I also can't use items na may silica and mica. So, yung mga primers ko, if they have silica and mica, which is yung mga, alam niyo yung mga smoothening na primer, or yung mga Korean na mga uso ngayon na anti-sebum na powder. Kaya smooth yung mukha nyo, kaya sobrang smooth niya pag nilagay nyo sa mukha nyo is because of silica and mica. But the problem is that ma-irritate yung skin mo. Or, well, actually, ma-irritate ang skin ko if they have that product. So, I can't also use items like that. Yung mga parabens, like butyl paraben, methyl paraben, etc., I can't use products that have those. Which is really sad kasi 80% of cosmetic products have parabens in it kasi it's a preservative. It makes cosmetics and skincare last longer. Fragrance, yeah, that's the saddest thing kasi I love fragrances. I love smelling things. I love fragrance. I used to love fragrance on my skincare, but I can't now. I cannot use, actually, even colognes and perfumes, I don't use them. If I use them, sispray ko sila sa damit ko, not on my skin. Kasi kahit saan ko siya ispray, magkakaroon ako ng reaction. So I can't use colognes and fragrances. As in, pag inamoy mo ako, wala akong amoy. Pero yung ano ko, yung mga damit ko, mababango. Like, sila yung amoy pabango. Because that's where, what else? Yeah, so a lot of, and the bad thing about, and the sad thing about that is, a lot of these products are actually present in a lot of skincare and makeup items, and even yung mga body and bath stuff. Kasi these are, pampabango nung items, at saka preservatives sila, at saka they're the ones that are commonly used for whitening, for mattifying, pag yung mga silicone mica sa... Yes. So, pag may hyperallergic skin ka, it is super hassle. Like, super hassle. Doon ko yung parang ang sad ng buhay mo. Kasi, alam mo yung mga friends mo, they're free to use kung ano-anong mga usong lipstick, ganyan. Pero ako parang, no, I can't. Kaya, yeah. So, yun. So, there. So, I've done my... So, tapos na ako mag-double cleanse. So, I've washed my face, tapos nag-double cleanse ako with the micellar water. So, I'm now going to use... I'm gonna calm my skin down. Kasi, syempre, I was like scrubbing it with cotton, right? So, I'm gonna calm my skin down with Avène. Like, is it O or U? U thermal Avène. Basically, this is... fancy. It's just pressurized water, really. But I use it for my skin kasi nakakalma niya yung redness ng balat ko. You guys, I don't even need to Google the ingredients for this because it's basically spring water and nitrogen. So it's pressurized water. This is expensive. This brand is expensive. Like, this entire bottle is like more than 1,000. Also, just so you guys know, having a hyperallergic skin, sometimes it's not always expensive. Not a lot of products that you need to put on your face are expensive. You can get cheap products as long as the ingredients are right. But sometimes, yeah, I would say 50% of the products that you have to put on your face are expensive, but they're usually worth it kung hyperallergic ka, diba? So, pipiliin mo, money or your face looking like a tragedy. But anyway, I use this on my face. A cheaper alternative, kung hindi kayo sobrang allergic to items, a cheaper alternative to this is yung Avène na spray. That's okay as well. But for some weird reason, I think I've told this in my previous podcast before, but for some weird reason, I can't use it. Like, nangangati ako pag yung Avène, so I just stick to this. It's available in Watson. So, if you have an allergic reaction to your face, what I would usually recommend is that you buy this, you spray it to your face. It really calms down the redness. And then, try to wipe, don't wash it with anything. Pero kung may makeup ka na nag-cause ng allergy, syempre wash it away. Pero, I would suggest that you, iwanan mo muna yung skin mo for like 24 to 48 hours and just use that. It would usually calm it down. Okay, so I'm just waiting for it to calm down. So, you guys, you're probably like, okay, if you guys can see, well, nagba-blur siya kasi I'm just using a phone. I'm not using a camera. So you can see how bad my skin is. Like, nandyan yung mga hyperpigmentation because of previous allergies, as my skin is super rough. Kasi nga, nagka-allergy ako before. Okay, anyway, just waiting for it to calm down. And then, the next item that I'm gonna be using is the BHA... it's not... Okay. So, basically, it's the BHA Blackhead Power Liquid, also by COSRX. I love COSRX kasi they're pretty straightforward. They're pretty straightforward with the ingredients. That's one thing that I like about COSRX products. It's because they put ingredients in their website. That's why I appreciate Sunny's Face kasi Their ingredients are in their website. That is the reason why as much as I want to try and criticize yung BLK Cosmetics sign, I can't because they do not put their ingredients on their website. It's very important that you put ingredients on your website because people like hyperallergic people like me cannot use it because we can't really see what's on your products. So anyway, but COSRX is good but it looks expensive if you look at the prices. Some people say mas prefer nila yung The Ordinary, but if you look at it, The Ordinary is like maliliit lang yung bottles nila and the prices are like 800 na. COSRX is like 1,000, usually naglalaro between 1,000 to 1,500 yung price nila, but it's always 100 ml or sometimes it's 120 ml or 150 ml. So if you compare it by ml, mas cheap ang COSRX by like several hundred pesos. So the thing that I use kasi nga one thing that I'm trying to do is kasi I'm trying to control then the oiliness of my face. So this is good kasi it has BHA. It has what does Skincare have to say? So for the BHA Blackhead Power Liquid. So it's good for blackheads. So if you have super sensitive skin but you want to clear out the oiliness in your face and your blackheads, this one is, I would really recommend this. But then again, please make sure to check the ingredients first. Baka it might not be good for your skin, but it is good for my skin. So this one has a lot of good ingredients in it that really helps my skin. So it has niacinamide for brightening and anti-aging. It has panthenol and sodium hyaluronate that promotes wound healing, which is really good since my face is like one big wound kasi nga, diba, it's full of allergies. And it also has acne fighting ingredients such as betaine salicylate and salix alba bark water, or willow, or more commonly known as willow bark water. So I've been using this since March. Ang tagal niyang maubos, so I'm just halfway through it. So it's the consistency is much like parang makapal na liquid, or parang makapal siya na water. So it's very liquidy. But I've been using it since March, and I've seen like my blackheads have improved. Like my nose, not a lot of blackheads na, and it has really controlled the oiliness on my face. So if you guys want something that would help with the oiliness and with the blackheads, this is a good buy kasi it's very matipid naman siya. Madami lang talaga ako maglagay because why not. Pero kung if you guys also madami ako maglagay kasi malaki yung mukha ko, like kasi laki ng plato yung mukha ko, so I consume more products. But for a normal if your face is like normal shape and hindi siya isang hektarya na mukha like mine, this will probably last you like 8 months, 6 to 8 months. Kasi March, April, May, June, July, August, September na. It's been 6 months and kalahati pa lang siya. So probably last me until December. Maybe, probably. It's really good. Some also has very good reviews in Beauty Manila. If you wanna check it out in Beauty Manila, so try it out. Again, only try it out if you're very sure that the ingredients you'll be okay with the ingredients. But then again, kasi like sa sobrang arte ng balat ko, if it works for me, it will probably work for you. But then again, just really make sure that, I just probably put it on my face. I'm sorry, this is not pre-recorded, so you're just seeing me put stuff on my face live. Anyway, I'm just putting that there. So anyway, I'm putting it. So speaking of live, so my someone once since I've been doing this live stream and podcast for some time now, like one of my friends was asking like, okay, why don't you parang pagandahin mo yung production, like you put on makeup, get more lights, invest in a camera, invest in microphones, like literally, because guys, I'm just literally recording this from a phone. So one of my friends was like, just try to make it more professional looking, edit the videos, put on more graphics, ganyan. And, baka kasi he's saying na it might be something that might catch on, and, parang kasi YouTubers really earn revenue, and, it might be something like that could earn money. Well, it's tempting, but then again, I'm really just doing this as a hobby. Parang a catharsis of sorts, like what Joel said, one of my friends, Joel, said. Kasi, so I'm just really doing this for the heck of it. So I'm probably not doing this to get, to get popular. I just really like talking. So I'm just doing this for fun. If I want to make this more fancy in the future, maybe. But right now, I'm okay with it. I'm okay. I mean, it's really nice that a lot of people, like, I think the last video sa Facebook not sa YouTube, like, yung last na stream ko is like nearly 400 views na, I think, sa Facebook. Sa YouTube, I think it's konti lang naman. But anyway, and then sa podcast, parang there's a lot of streams na to it. But again, I'm just doing this for fun. And, I have a day job. A very stressful day job. So, I don't want this to become not fun. Kasi pag sineryoso mo to, yung like live streaming, recording videos, if you really want to take, pag sineryoso mo ko siya, it takes out the fun. Ngayon, it's fun for me kasi I'm just doing it really as a hobby. I'm okay now with like seeing some of my friends like listen to it or watch it. So that's enough for me. Is this something that I'll be doing professionally in the future? I actually don't see myself being, because, I don't have, parang, if you look at the YouTubers, kasi diba, parang they always think about content, they look up, parang palagi silang may bagong gimmick, or they have money to splurge on items to review. And frankly, I don't have the time, nor do I want to like splurge my money to review them online. So I'm usually probably just going to talk about the stuff that I already have, or the things that, the more common things that I want to talk about. But anyway, so yeah, so that's about my podcast now. Why, I'm just doing this like really simply and not making it complicated. But anyway, so I've put the product in. So one technique that I don't know if a friend said this, or if I saw it in a YouTube video. What you do is that you warm your hands. You rub your hands together after you put on skincare. You rub your hands together and then just pat it on your face so that the ingredients melt on your skin. So I'm just doing that right now. Since this is a BHA product, BHA, I might be wrong. Again, I'm not a skincare expert, but BHA is a more gentle chemical exfoliant. Kasi yung mga really hardcore chemical exfoliants, it's either yung may actual na exfoliating na something, or yung mga AHA, yun yung talagang acidic na, parang talagang magpipeel, yung may mga chemical ingredients that would really cause your skin to peel. If you're hyperallergic, don't use that. But BHA is a good, because it's very gentle, while, stripping your skin out of the oily stuff. That's how usually, if you put on BHA or anything that chemically exfoliates your skin, don't put another item kagad on top of it. Like, leave it for like 5 to 10 minutes. I usually leave it for 5 minutes so that it can sink in my skin. And then, yeah. Then afterwards, I will then move on to the other skincare products. Okay. So yun. While I'm waiting for like several minutes for it to like settle on my face. So again, so I was talking about, again, organic products. So don't be fooled if an item says it's organic, kasi sometimes organic products only put in like a few essential oils, tapos they still put in the same chemicals like other products have. So always check the ingredients. Kahit sinabi bang organic yan, it's make sure that it really is organic. Like a lot of organic products, kahit yung mga binibenta sa Eco Store, pag tinignan ko yung products na ko, meron din silang parabens, meron din silang fragrances, meron din silang stuff that, no, is really harmful for my skin. More, yung mga expensive na products, you don't really need to use very expensive products on your skin. Dati naalala ko, na-addict ako sa By Terry ng, if you know that line, at saka na-addict din ako sa The Ordinary. So The Ordinary, I spent like 20,000 plus on buying, or as in isang kahon siya na malaki, and puno yun ng The Ordinary products. I gave most of them away na to my sister kasi she's not allergic. But na-addict ako and I kept using them, tapos na-realize ko na I'm allergic to some of them kasi na-excite ako to buy everything because one item worked and I thought everything was good. Nahiyang ako, pero it's wrong. So yun din, another lesson that you have to learn, it's just not because one product works for your face, it doesn't mean that all the products in that brand or that line will work for your face. Like for COSRX, even though I'm very happy with them kasi a lot of their products work for me, there are still some products in their brand that don't work for my skin. So yes, so be very careful. Stop hoarding or panic buying the entire brand or the entire line just because one product works on your face. Always, again, check the ingredients and make sure that they're good for your skin before you put it on your face. Okay, so while we're waiting, I'm just gonna check some of the people watching. Okay, ayun. So just looking at the people that are viewing. So hi. So it's been 3 minutes. Just warm it up. Okay. So some people still have a few minutes to burn. So some people really like, just because I talked about Korean movies and then most of them were horror movies, so, and then I talked about ghost stories in my last podcast, so people are like, can you review more? Can you talk about ghosts more? Or can you review more Korean series? And I'm like, I didn't know that it would be a theme. But anyway, so I'll probably, let me know if you guys want me to review certain series or certain movies. The next podcast will probably be either foreign movies that are not Korean or not American, and or it could be possible that I'll probably review this Netflix series that I just recently watched. But again, just like what the title of this series is, it really depends kung ano yung mood ko to talk about. Anyway, okay, so I think it's okay now, my skin. I think the BHA has settled into my skin. So, again, so probably just... So, you're probably wondering why I keep spritzing. Kasi if you have dermatitis, kasi dermatitis is parang magkapinsan sila ng eczema. Actually, I don't know if they are the same or parang sobrang same lang sila. Pero what it does is that your face becomes really red, itchy, and parang magbi-blister siya, and your skin becomes really flaky. So usually that's the reason why I was telling you guys na kung magkaroon kayo ng allergy attack or dermatitis attack, like spray moisturizer like Avèene, kasi as long as your skin is moisturized, it usually helps with the allergy, with calming down your skin. So one thing that I have to do right now, since I have dermatitis, I always need to make sure that my skin is moisturized, kasi pag natuyo siya or mangangati siya. So actually, if you have dermatitis, it's good that you live in the Philippines kasi our weather is humid, so there is water in the air. Medyo you're fucked if you live in a country that has cold or arid weather. Like if you live in yung mga desert countries, like yung sa Saudi or yung Middle East, arid yung weather nila doon, so kawawa yung balat mo. Or if you live in Korea, or in any northern hemisphere country that has 4 seasons and it's winter, well, your skin is fucked. Kasi it really needs that moisture eh. And that's the reason why, kung mapapansin nyo, lahat ng mga South Korea, yung mga so-called beauty products are always about moisture, about parang their keywords are usually hydrating, moisture, ganyan. Kasi they need that moisture. Kasi malamig sa kanila eh. So, they need that moisture. Sa atin kasi, basa na yung atmosphere. So, sa atin, kailangan mo lang is to control the oiliness but don't strip the moisture. Yon. That's what I was trying to say. If you have dermatitis, well, actually, even for regular skin, you have to make sure that your skin is still moisturized, or tackle the oiliness but don't dry up your skin, for the love of God, please. Kasi if your skin is dried up, it's gonna get irritated. You might get rashes or you might get dermatitis. And of course, if your skin is dry, mas magkaka-wrinkles ka. So make sure that you're moisturized, pero don't strip, parang make sure to strip the oil from your face, but don't make sure that your skin is also moisturized. Okay, so the next product that I'm gonna use is the Triple Hyaluronic Moisture Ampoule. This is the time na parang nagsisisi ako kung bakit hindi ako kumuha ng proper camera, kasi it doesn't autofocus. Kasi diba if you have like an SLR or if you use proper camera, nag-autofocus siya. But anyway, so I'll just read it to you. I'll probably create a list of the things that I've used in this video. So it's called the Triple Hyaluronic Moisture Ampoule, COSRX. So it's mostly hyaluronic. Its ingredients is like, let me just look this up. Okay. So the good thing about this product is that it has gluconolactone. I might not have pronounced that right. Gluconolactone at saka lactobionic acid, not lactobacillus acid, lactobionic acid, which is anti-aging. And then there is a lot of ingredients within this product that promotes wound healing, like panthenol, sodium hyaluronate, hydrolyzed hyaluronic acid, at saka hyaluronic acid. So it's very good. So mostly a lot of key ingredients in this item are hyaluronic acid. The thing about hyaluronic acid is that you have to make sure that your skin is not completely dry, na medyo basa siya, so that it can keep the moisture in. Some skincare gurus are very specific on how they put these items on their face, but I just put it whatever. Which is bad, but So yan. Anyway, sorry, natahimik ako dun kasi naaliw lang ako. But yes, so hyaluronic acid, hyaluronic acid is good, is awesome for the Manila weather kasi there is moisture in the air and our skin is usually mostly moist, not unless prinsesa ka, 24/7 kang nasa air-conditioned room na malamig. Then you probably need to amp up the moisture in your skin kasi cold weather is very drying in the skin. Good thing about cold weather, sarado pores mo. Like, diba, pag pupunta kang Baguio or Sagada. When I went to Sagada, my God. talagang wala akong pores. But the bad thing about that is that ang sakit sa balat kasi magdadry yung skin mo. Some people like it. Some people like their skin being that dry kasi, you know, parang they love it kasi most of the time oily yung skin nila, pero it's not really advisable for your skin to be that dry. So always, again, keep moisture in your skin. Yes, oiliness is bad, but not moisture. Actually, yung mga nauusong glass skin na mga items ngayon, it's mostly just moisturizers with parang gel-like consistency. Kasi di ba pag nilagay mo sa skin mo yun, ano yung skin mo, parang magiglisten siya. So, glass skin. But the problem with glass skin kasi, okay ang glass skin, pag okay yung skin mo, kung okay yung texture mo, pero pag gusto mong mag-glass skin, tapos texturized yung skin mo, i.e. kung may mga pimple scars ka, kung malaki yung pores mo, kung hindi makinis yung skin mo, dude, wag ka nang mag-glass skin, I swear. Alam mo yung asphaltong daan, tas nilagyan ng coating ng clear na paint, ganun yung balat. Ganun yung magiging effect niya. So, if you guys have textured skin, like I do, go for something that would mattify, go for skincare products na yung hindi siya magiglisten. Yung hindi kasi mas lalong mas lalong may emphasize yung texture ng skin nyo. And if your skin has bad texture, oh my god, that's gonna be super bad. So go for serums that yung mga nagma-mattify ng skin nyo. So don't go for glass skin kung texturized or bako-bako yung skin nyo. So, like, please don't. There's a new trend na nakita ko, yung I don't know how they name these trends, pero mochi skin. Yung alam niyo yung texture ng mochi, 'di ba? Which is para siyang really soft, really white, and then a little bit matte. Parang ganun siya. So if you have texturized skin, so I don't do glass skin, please. May emphasize lang kung gaano kasama yung texture ng skin nyo. So, just go for like really mattifying products. So, yung mga essences or creams na hindi mag-glisten yung skin nyo. So, yes. So, whitening, if you have hyperallergic skin, no. Most whitening products really actually, aside from culture, I don't know if this is the right place to talk about whitening. Kasi, well, some people like whitening kasi it's their thing, you know, it's a personal preference, they want to be whiter, that's fine if you're doing it for yourself. But sa akin kasi, I'm so over whitening. Although, I am taking glutathione, but for a different reason, kasi, actually, it's helping me sleep. Yung mga glutathione tablets, I think I'm taking, yes, the Bello ones. Kasi it actually helps me sleep. I don't know why. If there's a doctor here, I don't know. Pat, are you still watching? Can you tell me why glutathione makes me sleepy? I don't know why. But it helps me sleep. But whitening products, yung mga whitening products na soaps, or yung mga peels, chemical peels, whitening toners, ganyan. If you have hyperallergic skin, don't use them. You can only whiten your skin if it's something na ipapahid mo or sabon na kailangan mong gamitin mo sa skin mo. The only way that it can whiten your skin is if it actually uses chemicals on your skin. And if you're hyperallergic, don't use it. Don't use it. I'm telling you. Maybe go for yung injectable na glutathione. If you're really decided na gusto kong pumuti, if that's your thing, that's fine. Probably go use yung mga ini-inject na glutathione, I think. Meron pa bang ganun? Pero yung mga ini-inject na glutathione o yung mga ini-ingest na glutathione, probably go through that route. Pero if you have hyperallergic skin, please do not use chemical peels or yung mga like mga glutathione, yung mga whitening sets on your face kasi that's chemical peels and that's going to really screw up your skin if you're hyperallergic. So don't use that. Okay, so the hyaluronic acid has settled my skin. Yes. So what are your thoughts on whitening? I'm okay with people who love, parang gusto nila yon kasi I'm in the middle. I mean, I feel like a lot of people are really trying hard to be, kasi ngayon, di ba, dati being mestiza was a thing, having, you know, Caucasian features was a thing, and then afterwards, nung parang being chinita was a thing, ngayon looking like a South Korean actress is now a thing. But I don't know. I mean, if it's your thing, if you really want to feel good about yourself and you want to whiten your skin, that's fine. It's not for me. I like the color of my skin. Gusto ko lang siya magpantay actually kasi I have some weird dark spots and that's what I don't like. Pero I'm pretty happy with my skin. I'm pretty happy with my skin color. Like personally, well, there are some filters in my phone that make my skin mas maputi pa, and this light is really flattering. But personally, I like the color of my skin. I've really tried. I didn't really want to like whiten my skin. I like it when I'm tan kasi pag nagtan kasi ako yung namumula-mula na bronze na ano, so I really like that. But the irony is allergic ako sa araw, di ba? So yeah, but you know, if it's your thing, that's fine. But if you want to if you want whiter skin, that's fine. Pero if you have hyperallergic skin, again, don't use soaps or chemical peels on your face because that's bad for your skin. Okay, so just one final spritz kasi. And then I'll move on to what's this? The next one, Galactomyces. This is the next one that I use on my skin. Again, since hindi nagfo-focus yung camera ko dito, I'll just read it back to you. Again, I will probably list all the names of the products that I use on my face. You can try them out. If you don't have super sensitive skin, knock yourself out. Try them out. They're really good products. But if you have sensitive skin, I would suggest that you either check the reviews first, check the ingredients first. If you have a trusted dermatologist, probably check in with them as well. But if you have regular skin, man, these products are really good for your skin. And I would encourage you to try them because they're really good. So the next one is Galactomyces 95 Tone Balancing Essence. So this is parang an essence or a serum. The good thing about this product is, again, it has niacinamide, which is for brightening and anti-aging. It also has adenosine, also for anti-aging, and it has panthenol and sodium hyaluronate, which promotes wound healing. So mas mabilis mag-regenerate yung skin mo, maybe. Kasi you don't have a wound on your face, but you know, it's probably for skin regeneration or something. So it's really good. I think I've told in one of my podcasts before, one of my streams before, na people say that it's a dupe for SK2. So if are you guys familiar with that brand? It's a dupe for the SK2 essence. SK2 is a Japanese cosmetics brand launched in the 1980s based. It's a Japanese brand, SK2, but it's very expensive. Like, sobrang expensive niya. And apparently, they have this they have this famous essence that's super expensive as well. And apparently, this is like a cheaper alternative product to that. So anyway, so this is very good for the skin. So I usually use, para siyang, yung consistency niya is parang tubig na medyo slimy. So, but it's really good. Like, I can't explain on how good my skin feels after I use it. Pero it's really nice on the skin. Parang it's sort of parang I think with 6 months of using it, parang umayos yung pores ko, ganyan. So, really good. And if you have hypersensitive skin, I would suggest that you always look for items na may glycerin, kasi glycerin is, it's moisturizing, and niacinamide. So if there are two ingredients that you need to look out for, it's glycerin and niacinamide, kasi it really helps if you have hyperallergic skin, kasi they're all about moisturizing, they're all about moisturizing and anti-aging and brightening. So it's good for hypersensitive skin. Okay. So some people say na hindi naman daw nagbago yung itsura ko ever since when I was 20s. And I'm like, I think it did. But, So this is second to the last in my routine. I've heard people try the 10-step Korean skincare routine, and I'm like, how? Ilang step ba to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 steps lang to. Antok na ako. Pagod na ako. So, paano kaya? How do some people do the 10-step skincare routine? I don't understand how they do that, but if it's their thing. Okay. So, okay. So that's it. So if you have hyperallergic skin, it mostly follows then na you can't put certain products on your lips. Kasi if you put it on your lips, since malapit siya sa skin mo, it's also going to cause a reaction on your skin. So, sadly, most lip balms don't work on me kasi they either have fragrances or they have certain chemicals that are not good for my skin. So, what I usually do, this is actually a life hack that I'm gonna teach you. I actually use hyaluronic acid and this gel cream for my lips. Kasi that's the only way that I can keep my lips moisturized. Kasi ngayon, like, my lips are super soft. And it's not because I use lip balms or anything. It's because I use hyaluronic acid on my lips. Licking your lips doesn't help kasi the salt dries your skin. If you have normal skin, you can use any normal lip balm. But if you have hyperallergic skin, and parang every lip balm causes allergies for you, what I would suggest is that you after like cleansing or after brush, after cleansing, pag medyo basa pa yung moist pa yung lips mo, get whichever hyaluronic product you have, dab it on your lips, tapos pag nagsettle na siya, seal it with whatever last step in your... Sa akin kasi it's a gel cream. Kasi I can't use lotions on my face. Like yung mga moisturizers na parang lotion yung texture niya. I can only use mga gel cream. So this is the last step in my skincare. Again, since my camera doesn't focus, it's green tea aqua soothing gel cream. So for this, the nice thing about this is that it has panthenol, which is, once again, it promotes wound healing, but it's really, really good for the skin kasi it has glycerin as well. So this is the last step. Usually kasi, if, sabi ng derma ko, and sabi rin ng mga beauty bloggers that I follow, I like genre. I find them really funny. And he's very real when it comes to the products kasi he also talks about the prices, ganyan, on how practical some of the items that he's reviewing are, ganyan. So, ayoko kasi yung mga parang nagre-review lang and you're like, dude, I'm not gonna buy that. That's like super fucking expensive. I like genre. If you guys know him, if you know his channel, he's really good. He's really funny. So the last so usually, so where was I? So yes, according to my derma, after you put your serums or essences, you usually seal it with the moisture with yung moisturizer that has the thickest consistency, so that it seals it in your skin. Since I'm allergic to lotion type moisturizers, so my moisturizers, if you guys can see it, it's para siyang aloe vera gel. So speaking of aloe vera, why don't I just use yung mga aloe vera ng yung nasa green na malaking tub na galing Korea? Nature Republic ba yun? May fragrance siya. Hindi siya 100% organic, my friends. May fragrance siya. So kung hyperallergic ka, stay the hell away from it. I'm telling you. May fragrance siya. Magkaka-allergy ka doon. Don't. Kung gusto mo ng mga aloe vera na gels na organic talaga, look for the ones that sell ano ba yun? Yung mga nag-harvest ng aloe vera and nilalagay nila sa tub, yun yung totoong organic. Pero yung mga Nature Republic na mga Korean, basta yung popular na green na Korean na tub na aloe vera. Ano yun? Sabi ni, is it Jeju Aloe? Jeju Aloe ba? Yun ba yung brand nun? May fragrance yun, guys. Don't do it. Well, kung hindi sensitive yung skin nyo, fine. You can probably use that, but if you have sensitive skin, don't use it. Another thing is that plant aloe vera, extract the aloe vera yourself and put it on your face. It's fine. Yun talaga ang organic. So, yes. So, yun yung, and again, this is something that I want to point out. It's not because na nakalagay doon organic or nakalagay doon natural or nature or anything. It's completely, it doesn't have anything that would harm your skin. Always check the ingredients, check the label. Isang commercial yun, yung check the label. Yun, check the label. Always check the ingredients. As in. That's a nice thing about Korean products as well. Most of the big brands, kasi may mga smaller Korean brands that they don't have websites and their ingredients are not online. Pero most of the bigger Korean brands have their full ingredients listed online, so always check that. It's good, no? So just to make sure that you are using items that are good for you. Okay. So some people parang okay, alam ko yung mga very particular sa skincare. Like what eye cream, parang some people ask, okay, what eye cream do you use? Can you use masks? Mga ganyan. Eye creams kasi, ang eye creams kasi parang medyo scam kasi siya. Kasi eye creams are just really concentrated moisturizers. So, if you have the money, like, buy eye creams if you want. But eye creams are mostly just concentrated versions in smaller tubes that you can put under your eyes. So, what I do is that I usually get, so for eye creams, ang life hack ko sa eye creams is that I get the products that I get the product that is the most or has the least amount of chemicals and just put it under my eye. Like for example, what I do here is that since this is just dab it under my eye and just wait for it to sink in. Again, this is probably if your skin is normal and you can buy eye creams, you can just do that. But what I do is just that. Kasi kinakapalan ko lang yung nilalagay ko under my eye. Yeah. Since it's basically the same. Eye creams it's the same as moisturizers. I'm telling you. Wala siyang pinagkaiba. So, and it's really funny kasi eye creams are more expensive. I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you so expensive? You're basically the same. So, yun. So, that's what I do. Tas yung sa lips. Yeah. You can put skincare on your face sa lips mo. Just don't lick your lips. Of course, that's common sense. Most of the time, if you, like, especially the ones that I use, kasi they have very hyper allergy. Their ingredients are good for hyperallergic skin naman, and they're very gentle. You can actually use them on your lips. Like, ito yung ginagawa akong lip balm. Ang mahal ng lip balm ko, diba? This is like, what, 1,000, nearly 2,000 plus. Pero it works for my lips anyway. I just don't lick it kasi that's dumb. You're gonna be eating things. Kasi most of, sa lip balm kasi, these are, a lot of their ingredients are food grade, or parang won't kill you after, if you put them, or if you accidentally eat them. Of course, for sa mga ganitong items, don't eat them. Diba? Anyway, face masks. Ay, life hack when it comes to face masks, tapos sobrang allergic ang skin mo. What you do is that, I don't have it right now kasi ubos na yung stock ko. Pero look in Shopee or in Lazada, look for yung cotton na sheet masks na walang product. So, I don't have one. I don't have one right now. Pero, in Shopee or Lazada, you can see, parang compressed siya. It actually looks like a tablet, if you can find one. So, it looks like a tablet. Tapos, pag binasa mo siya, mag-i-expand siya to become a mask. So, what you do is that, don't buy regular masks. Those would ruin your skin. Lalo na if hyperallergic ka, don't use regular masks. What you do is that, what I usually do is that I buy that, and then gagawin ko, lalagyan ko siya ng, kasi most of my toners actually are moisturizing toners. So what I do is that babasain ko siya noon, tapos yun yung ilalagay ko sa face ko. Yun yung mask ko. Regular masks, yung mga cheap na masks sa Watsons, those have fragrances. A lot of them have alcohol. A lot of them have preservatives. If your skin is normal, then by all means use them. But if you have hyperallergic skin, don't use them. Kasi mangangati yung mukha mo. And it's bad. It's super bad. You can opt to use, meron yung Claire's, Dear Claire's na mask. Pero ang mahal niya. It's like 160 per sheet. But if you want to use a mask na is not that expensive, so you buy those DIY cotton masks na naka-compress. Meron nun sa Shopee, meron nun sa Lazada. Wala siyang product, dry siya. As in dry siya, tapos naka-fold siya into this parang tablet. And then basain mo siya ng, I would suggest that if you have those hydrating toners, COSRX has toners na hydrating. Kasi the thing about is that yung sa Filipinos, pag sinabing toner, parang ang naalala nila is eskinol, right? Yung parang alcohol na magdadry yung skin mo. No, a lot of toners right now are actually no longer drying. A lot of them are hydrating, especially if you have hyperallergic skin. Use hydrating toners. But COSRX has these hydrating toners na nakalagay actually sa website nila na you can actually put them in cotton masks and use them as face masks. So, yun. So, I'll probably link the product to you kung yung sinasabi kong cotton na face mask. So, use that. Lagyan nyo lang siya nung favorite nyo na moisturizing toner and then put it on your face. Hala, face mask na siya. Same thing, yung mga eye masks din yung nilalagay sa ilalim. Don't buy regular ones kasi they have fragrance, they have parabens, they have like stuff that would irritate your skin. Don't even try them. What I would suggest is that you do the same method. Sa Lazada, there are like cotton masks na walang product, so you just dip them in your favorite moisturizing toner, or if you want, you can put, as in lagyan mo siya ng favorite mo na moisturizer, just put it under your eyes. That's it. Basically, that's it. So anyway, what about skincare sa body? Again, skincare, probably don't also if your contact dermatitis is also present on the skin on your body, like which I do. I also have contact dermatitis on my skin. I don't use soaps na may fragrance. So, wait, let me just check. Let me just show you what I use. God, it's here. So what I use use is, and this is what I use. So Human Nature, dami ko Human Nature na products. So what I use is the fragrance-free cleansing bar ng Human Nature because it is very mild. It is actually glycerin siya. Kasi no fragrance, at saka no fragrance siya. So, and this is just 55-60 pesos. Sobrang cheap niya. I know some of you guys, you can buy Oila to, or you can buy Dr. Sensitive sa Watsons. Kasi yun. Basta, if you also have allergies on your skin, don't use soaps na may fragrance kasi that will irritate your skin. Don't use body washes na may fragrance. Actually, don't use body washes kasi almost all of them have fragrance, so it's useless. So, use soaps na 100% glycerin if you want to buy them. The problem with those kinds of soaps is sobrang lambot niya. Like, mauubos siya in like, if you take a bath every day, ubos na siya ng 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Depende on gaano kalaki yung katawan mo and how frequent you take a bath. But it's worth it kasi you don't itch. Hindi siya mangate. It's not gonna dry your skin. It's good kasi it's glycerin eh. It's not like parang safe. Actually, hindi siya parang yung safeguard na parang tuyo yung dry at saka tuyo yung balat mo afterwards. It keeps the moisture in your skin, which is good if you have super allergic skin. What about lotion? So for lotions, I would recommend AVEENO. AVEENO is good. Go for the green. The one that's colored green. AVEENO, this one has no fragrance. So again, always choose no fragrance for your anything. So that's good. Basically sa body naman kasi, it's not that intense, not unless may eczema or psoriasis ka talaga na kailangan mo talaga ng medical grade soaps or lotions or shampoos. But for the body naman kasi, it's not like yung face mo talaga na sobrang sensitive ng skin. So I would just recommend that you use something that doesn't have fragrance. Okay. So yes, shampoos, mahirap maghanap ng shampoo na walang fragrance actually because, well, number one is shampoo. At saka kailangan talaga, some shampoos really need fragrance kasi alam mo yung pag nag-oil na yung scalp mo, mabaho, diba? So it really needs fragrance for your hair. So, if you have, the problem kasi, if yung sa shampoo, diba, pag naliligo ka, so, the soap runs down your body. So, napansin nyo ba na minsan pala, if you have allergic skin, may allergies kayo dito, sa likod, at saka dun sa likod nyo, nagkaka-pimples kayo, kaya dito sa arms. It's probably because of your shampoo. So, and that's the thing. It's very hard to find shampoo na fragrance-free. There are sulfate-free shampoos. AVEENO has them, pero they're very rare. They're not mostly common in supermarkets. What I would advise you is that pag nagsha-shampoo kayo, you tilt your head forward. So that pag nagsha-shampoo kayo, hindi babagsak yung soap sa katawan nyo or sa face ninyo. So that's a hack that you can do. Pero if you have the money, probably go for VMV, hypoallergenics. VMV hypoallergenics is good kasi number one, the person who created it is a dermatologist, and a lot of their products are good for hypersensitive people. But the problem is that it's so fucking expensive. Like, sobrang mahal niya. Like, dati ginagamit ko yung toothpaste nila kasi nga normal toothpaste is like bad for my skin. Ngayon, I just use Human Nature na toothpaste, which is cheap and good. Nagkakaroon pa rin ng redness yung balat ko, pero at least the price is reasonable, and it's not like pag Colgate na talagang sama talaga nung chin ko. But if you have the money, go for VMV. A lot of their products are good for hyperallergic people. But kung nagtitipid ka, Human Nature has a lot of good products. Just check the ingredients. Not all of them are good for this. Not a lot of them are good, but just like this, yung soap nila, most of their shampoos are good. Just stay away from the ones that have, their toothpaste is good, but just stay generally away from the products that they have to have fragrances. So yeah, again, basta the idea here is that, again, you can try out some of the things that I've told you. Check the ingredients. Always check the ingredients. Again, if you have a good dermatologist, check with them as well. If you've never really gone to a dermatologist, if you've had parang pimples or if you always had rashes on your face and hindi talaga siya nawawala, probably check a dermatologist kasi it could be dermatitis talaga. So, check with a dermatologist. Always check the ingredients. It doesn't matter. Again, I want to emphasize na it's just because it's an organic product, okay siya sa balat mo. It's not because it's expensive or it's not because it's popular, okay na siya. Always check the ingredients. Okay? So I'll probably be listing some of the websites that I use as well as the products that I used here. But then again, it still depends on what kind of skin you have. So if you always make sure to find out with your derma kung ano yung mga products that would work for you or what ingredients would work for your skin, and then always check the ingredients and the products that you will be using in your face. But afterwards, once you get the hang of it, once you dati kasi parang ako, parang pasaway din ako. If I like a product or if I see it's a popular product, I still use it in my face, tapos biglang magka-allergy. So, also be at peace with yourself na your skin is like that. Don't hide it under makeup. Learn to live without makeup. Ako dati, you wouldn't really see me without makeup. Ngayon, parang you wouldn't really see a photo of me without makeup. Pero ngayon, I'm pretty comfortable being in a camera without makeup. I'm pretty comfortable with myself now, and you'd grow into it. Masasanay din kayo, and it's a step to loving yourself. And taking care of your skin is a big part of loving yourself. So, being mindful of what you put on your face is best kind of way to love yourself. So anyway, that's it. That's everything that I have for this skincare episode. Thanks for everyone that watched. I'll put a list of all the products that I've used and the websites that I use as well for my skincare. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this stream in this podcast, and see you on the next podcast. Bye, guys.